Welcome. If you're watching this, life probably looks a little different right now than you planned. You're likely standing at the edge of a massive transition, and you're feeling all the feels and all the stress. I want you to take a breath. You're in the right place. I'm Tamara Arnold. I'm the founder of Truce Resolutions and the creator of the Divorce Wave app. My goal for the next few minutes is simple. I want to show you how we can move you from the chaos and overwhelm you feel right now to a place of clarity, strategy, and eventually a better next chapter. My philosophy is that divorce isn't a failure. It's a transition and a restructuring of your family. And how you begin this process sets the tone and the trajectory for everything that follows. So I want you to listen carefully. Why are you here? Why not just hire a lawyer and be done with it? Because divorce is 50% strategy and 50% mindset. Traditional lawyers are trained to fight, not to help you manage the emotional tidal waves that drive up costs. And lawyers often have just one playbook. They rarely help you design your ideal strategy based on your actual priorities. Here's why you need me. I help you manage the hard emotions. I ask the tough questions like, can you afford your anger? Because I know that unchecked emotion is the most expensive line item in any divorce. We work hard on communication. I teach you how to be heard under pressure so you don't get steamrolled, and how to control the conflict with your words. Regarding your finances, we don't guess. We know the numbers, we build the budgets, and we create settlement proposals that actually work for your future. If you're a parent with young kids, they're counting on you to keep them out of the messy middle. We focus on a child-centered approach, not a parent-centered battle. I bridge the gap between the legal system and your real life. I'm an attorney, but more importantly, I help you get where you need to go based on your available resources and priorities. And my help costs much less than your typical $5,000 to $10,000 retainer attorney. Let's talk about my credentials because you need to know you're in safe hands. I've spent over 20 years in big law negotiating complex disputes for Fortune 500 companies. I know how to negotiate hard deals. I'm also a certified mediator and a certified divorce coach. I created the first and only on-demand divorce support app to help you manage the emotional waves of divorce. But the most important credential I have isn't on my diploma. I've been where you are. I spent years struggling with indecision before my own divorce. I know the sleepless nights. I know the fear. I navigated my own transition from a place of conflict to a place of peace. It's been a few years for me now, but my family is stronger than ever thanks to the tools I learned along the way. I use all of my personal experience combined with my legal chops to help you navigate this transition with grace, grit, and integrity. I believe in excellence. My background includes training from UC Davis School of Law, the Strauss Institute at Pepperdine for Negotiation and Dispute Resolution, and the Mostyn Guthrie Academy for Mediators. I don't dabble in this. I've mediated over 100 disputes with an 85% settlement success rate. When you work with me, you're getting a massive toolkit, legal strategy, mediation tactics, and coaching psychology and emotional regulation all in one place. So this is the question that everybody asks. Don't I just need an aggressive attorney? But here's what you need to understand. Attorneys are incentivized to litigate. The more you fight, the more money they make. I'm incentivized to help you resolve your divorce. Over 95% of cases settle before trial, but you can spend $50,000 in attorney's fees before you ever get to that settlement. Or you can take a different route and treat your divorce as a business negotiation to end a partnership from day one. If you go to court, a judge who doesn't know you controls your future. It's public, it's slow, it's expensive, and it's adversarial. With negotiation and collaboration, on the other hand, you control the process. You keep it confidential. You focus on solutions, not on fighting. Imagine if you both hire two aggressive attorneys at the start. That's like pouring gasoline on a fire. My goal is to help you reach a settlement outside of court, where you keep more of your money and your sanity. You can always consult with an attorney for legal advice, and in fact, I encourage it. but they shouldn't be the ones driving the bus. You should be the CEO of your divorce. Let's talk numbers. California is the most expensive state for divorce. Average attorney's fees are $14,000 per side, just to start. And that number skyrockets in high conflict cases. Conflict equals cash. Every time you fight, you pay. Working with me actually saves you money because we are much more efficient. You can walk into any attorney meetings or mediations prepared, organized, and unemotional. You don't need to pay a lawyer $500 an hour just to vent. We build reasonable settlement proposals based on your actual finances and your budget beforehand, cutting down on all that back and forth. And I teach you how to manage the conflict, how to respond, not react. This keeps you out of court and out of conflict and saves you money in the long run. My clients tell me that the clarity they gain stops all those spiraling costs. As one client recently told me, he realized by working with me that he wasn't responsible for his spouse's happiness, and this actually freed him to claim his next chapter without guilt. It helped him to see this process as a way to restructure without fighting. His case was particularly high conflict, and they had several businesses to unwind. But he settled his case with my help without lawyers, likely saving over $100,000 in fees alone. Strategy beats war every single time. So how do you work with me? I've structured my services to meet you exactly where you are, and I offer a few levels of service. First, there's a divorce strategy intensive. This is a 90-minute laser-focused session. If you're stuck, if you need a roadmap, if you need a gut check on your options, this is the place to start. It's one fee, there's no obligation to keep working with me, and you get a detailed action plan, an ebook, plus 6 months of Divorce Wave. If you want to dive deeper, I offer divorce consulting in 6-session packages. And this is like having a strategic partner by your side throughout the process. We work on budget, strategy, proposals, and I also offer concierge support for the people who need it the most. Finally, if you and your partner are ready to resolve your dispute, I serve as a mediator, a neutral third party. We work in private, all over Zoom, and we prepare a marital settlement agreement that deals with all the issues that you need to handle, like support, custody, parenting plan, everything. We negotiate a marital settlement agreement, which then gets filed with the judge, and then you get your judgment. Before we continue, I want to emphasize here that I am only licensed to practice law in California. I can offer divorce coaching services to anybody in any state, and it's through coaching that I help you manage your entire divorce, but this would not include legal advice. For mediation and for my divorce strategy intensive, I can only offer these services by law to California residents. I also realize that not everyone can afford to hire a private consultant like me, which is why I built the Divorce Wave app. It is the only 24/7 divorce support app available. It includes audio waves to help you manage stress and anxiety in real time, expert guidance from our team of experts, and tools to help you manage every phase of your divorce process. It's like having a coach in your pocket for a fraction of the cost. Even if you don't hire me to work with you, I recommend that you download and try the app for free because I know it will become your co-pilot during this transition. All of my clients who work with me get 6 months free access. You have a choice right now. You can let this process happen to you, or you can take charge of it by hiring the right support and developing your strategy from day one. I want to help you resolve your case efficiently, transform how you view this transition, and thrive on the other side. So if you're ready to dive in, scan the QR code with your phone or enter the URL that you see on your screen. Fill out the form that pops up and submit it to me, and then we'll reach out to you to get you on our schedule. You deserve a life that lights you up. You deserve a better next chapter. Let's get to work.